Alright, let's see. What game do I want to play today? Got Kung Fu. Good, but I don't know. I'm just not in a hi-ya kind of mood today. Golf! Oh my god, how the fuck did this get in here? Yeah, no? No, we're not doing that, definitely not. Joust. Maybe later. I mean, you do get to ride around on ostriches. That's... What more can I say? You ride around on ostriches. Oh my god, there's got to be something I can play that I haven't played a million times before, or just isn't ridiculous. Goonies, Rad Racer, Paperboy, no, Knight Rider, no. Oh, I haven't played this in ages. This will be great. Ooh, ooh, Caveman Games. Ooh, ooh, Caveman Games, good. Ooh. Why game no work? Bad game. Work. Work. You work now. Game still no work. Maybe this make game work. You work now. Bad game.
Ooh, it's time to get prehistoric with Caveman Games. You can have up to 5 players in this prehistoric Olympic event. You can pick from Glunk, Crudla, Thag, Vincent, Gronk, or Ooga. And each one of the Olympic Neanderthals has their own screen, which tells you what their weaknesses and strengths are, and which events they're best at, whether it's a dino vault or mate toss. There's 4 modes you can choose from: practice, restart, caves of time, and start the games. You can practice all 6 of the major events in the practice mode. Restart does exactly what you'd think, restarts the game. Caves of Time shows you your high scores with each player and in what event they did the best at. Ooh, go Glunk! And the first event is the Saber Race. Now in this event, you're trying to run away from your other caveman opponent by pushing them backwards and jumping over obstacles to avoid a saber-toothed tiger that's chasing you and wants to make you its lunch. Another thing I love is it doesn't say ready, set, go. Instead it says ready, set, ugh. So you'll see here that you can bounce your opponent back with your big fat belly, and hopefully they'll get stuck and eaten by the tiger. Your main objective here is that you want to be able to finish the race and either have your opponent get eaten by the tiger while you're jumping over cactuses and mud puddles and other various obstacles, and if you both make it to the end of the race, you can thumb your nose at the dumbass saber-toothed tiger. Haha, bad cat, no lunch for you today. This is one of my favorite events here, the Mate Toss, and I wouldn't be surprised if a couple thousand years ago this event probably existed. This reminds me of like those weird old perverted Atari games with the music in the background and just how kinky the whole scene kind of looks. Like the cave girl is pointing at her legs and shaking her leg violently, and you know, she really seems to be into it. She's like, oh, this is great. So you swing her around as hard as you can, and your face, if you go really fast, goes from red to purple to blue, and you can even pass out. So once you pick the right angle and the right speed, you fling your fucking mate off into the cactus in the desert to show her how much you love her. And she bangs her brains on the ground and tells you what she thinks of your throw, which is measured not in feet, but in foots. And this is the clubbing event, which is also fun. And no, it's not putting on glitter and heading out on the town for a Saturday night. There's an intimidation phase where you dance like a spazoid crack fiend on Percocets and try to scare the other opponent off the ledge entirely, so you don't even have to beat them with your club. And the rest of the game is just beating your opponent to death with a club by whacking them in the shins or doing a Fred Flintstone-esque power charge club and whacking them on the head, or you even do a little move where you move your finger and tell them, hey, look over there, and then you can whack them on the head. One of my least favorite games is the Dinoball. In this event, you start out by selecting what height that you want to try to jump over, and that's your assistant on top of the dinosaur. And what you do is you jump up and down on top of the dinosaur's head to get him to go up or down. And then you have this big long branch that you tap the A button really, really fast, and you have to hit B at the exact time, and hopefully you will go over the dinosaur and not be his lunch. This is a Dinosaur Race here, which is basically as simple as it sounds, just a button masher. You have to jump over different obstacles that are in your way, and if you time it incorrectly, which the jumps are really hard, you crash and fall and have to get back up. The jumps are really static because you're not holding the button down as you move, so it's hard to time them. If your dinosaur gets stuck, you can also club him on the head to get him moving again, which I found to be really fun. And one of the final events is the Fire Starter event. And this is where you're just have two sticks and you're trying to get your fire started before the other caveman. This event's kind of creepy because you always see eyes in the back cave, which is like, are those demons back there or something going to eat you if you don't get your fire started? So you rub your sticks together as fast as you can to generate some heat until sparks fall down on the kindling. Your opponent can slow down your progress, however, by whacking you on the head with his club and slowing down your fire meter. Eventually, you'll see your fire start to smoke, and you'll need to start blowing on the fire. Don't blow too quickly, though, because stars will appear above your head, and you'll hyperventilate and pass out. You'll want to make sure to take slow, steady breaths in order to get your fire to catch properly. This control takes some finessing to really get the hang of, but after a couple tries, it's pretty easy to do. Overall, Caveman Games is a title that should not be missed. The graphics are fun and quirky, and the music is lively and upbeat. The minigames provide enough of a challenge for gamers of all skill levels, and is much more fun than stadium events or track and field. It does suffer from a bit of repetitiveness, and the controls can be quite quirky and hard to get a handle of. All flaws aside, the great thing about this game is it doesn't take itself too seriously, and that's what makes it a great NES classic.